welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Purdue's offense will get first crack at it today. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Wow, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's in open space downfield. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Lisa. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Washington's offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Finding open areas. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. The Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting there.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Looking to the big tight end. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're
going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Leaves it with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Great place to start for this offense. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Lawson. And he's brought down after a nice game. They're down to the 20, first and 10. Motion from the back. Quick completion to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, what a move. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on third. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Into the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just...
He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a man all alone. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Makes a connection. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Boilermakers are on the move. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. And the Boilermakers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. gives it to the back on the draw. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be...
Got enough space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Sometimes you dial up the right place, sometimes you get the right penalty. Either way, it's a third down conversion for this offense. Looking for space, it's Martin. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Line getting set on second down. Corners showing press, they want to be physical here. Not exactly what they had in mind, they'll try to fix it on second and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Tight end now in motion. Give to the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game.
Lots of running room. He's at the touchdown, Washington. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Backed up now here, second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Williams will pass. Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Huskies! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively.
Going deep. Makes a grab on the shot. Touchdown, Washington. And the punishment has been extended. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Leaves it with the running back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Powers through. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Gets away from one, finds room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. He can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got the tight end. Big fella fighting for every inch, but he will not get there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Wide receiver comes in motion. Williams looking for a man. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run play action. Right down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good.
Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. They are looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's up to 57 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to pick up a first down. Power football with the run. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points.
Touchdown, Huskies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They're going to ride this running back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with it.
There he goes! And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Man, that is a big play offensively to make that catch off the deflection because it gives them the first down. It keeps the chains moving. Remember, they're in their own end of the field here. If they don't make that play, they've got a punt, and they've set their opponent up with great field position.
We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down, we'll open up the final period. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Rich. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
A I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
Back to pass, it's Montgomery. Pulls it in, it's Joyner. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Joyner. Turning it on! Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. And the Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
It's complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They want to run it left here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Yeah, Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. And let's see what they do on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Iowa looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Hawkeyes. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter.